We have opinions on the current matters facing us all today, but the number of channels we have to communicate our concerns is of a limited extent. The majority will not bother. However, this is not to say that these opinions do not exist. I personally believe that it is very important to engage youth in local decision due to the impact that these decisions will have affecting each and every one of us in the long term. To specify long term, I'm addressing the average 60 years more we will live and the children we may bear in this time. Thus, I question, why shouldn't we have a say in these matters? It is my understanding that it may be very difficult, since not all adolescents share the similar mindset or would want to be involved. But this is similar and, if not an entirely accurate proportion of adults who are not involved in local politics or who merely choose not to vote. Those who are wanting a voice should be given the opportunity to have one. Our thoughts aren't irrelevant, they're anything but. We want to express them, and we want your approval to enhance our confidence doing so. We don't want to be speaking if we feel as though we're being towered over, if we feel as though our opinion is going to go through one ear and just out the other. I felt confident in sharing my opinions in regards to this plan with Ms. Denton because I felt the respect that she had for what I was saying, and that made all the difference. For this to work, a level of hierarchy needs to be recognised, but not forced upon so harshly that our opinions are never voiced because we feel too intimidated. It is a huge concern. I mean, many of us feel as though we are adolescents, and we recognise that, and we know that adults will always have the higher end when it comes to the final decisions. But our opinions are there, and they're not completely irrelevant, at least I don't think they are, and I have met many others who don't think they are either. And as part of Priority 1, I've been able to be an Instep Young Leader, which has given me a voice in some local projects, which I have found extremely beneficial. And just talking to some local students at my school, I know that they haven't been given that type of opportunity, and they are very keen to. They want to have a voice. In order to make for a better Taringa, we need to take action now, to involve the youth of today, so they feel valid to express, to vote, to make a beneficial difference to our society in this forward-thinking and vastly growing city. Thank you.
You know, there's a lot of technology around. When people think of social media, they think of Facebook, but generally, what I've found out is a lot of young people are leaving Facebook away because their grandparents and their mothers are on Facebook, and they want to go on something where that's being able to just keep their peers to peers. So what is the cool thing now? So with social media, essentially we want to be part of the conversation that you're having with your peers.
Well, in my opinion, don't do it through social media. Social media is for us. That's for us. We get our parents on social media, and that's just a big thing now. We just don't add them, we don't accept them or anything like that. My biggest thing that I actually talked to Jane about this project in particular was that if you actually go through with it, you want to be face to face with these kids. You want them to feel like they are actually being listened to. It's all good to give us a piece of paper and tick some boxes and be like, yeah, that's a good idea. But at the end of the day, people can mock that. They can take your piece of paper and give you stupid ideas, and that's only going to express badly on us when there are actually a lot of us with some pretty good ideas. So if you actually got us in a room with people who voluntarily wanted to be there and talk to us face to face and listen to us and contributed back to us, that would be a lot more effective than making a page on Facebook and being like, hey, what do you think about this?
I've got Councillor Curate and Councillor Brown.
Thank you for that point. You mentioned involvement with some projects through Instep. What were some of those projects?
At the last one, I know one that I actually spoke about was the rising sea levels in Taringa, and then the actions to help prevent these dangers, I suppose. One of those was one of the projects that they talked about, and I had a lot to say on that because I've lived in 4 countries, and I have come to know politics quite well through my grandparents who were government officials in China. And so my point of view on things has been quite all over the place over the past few years, and when I came to that meeting, I was surprised. I mean, I've never been in an environment where youth were actually listened to, you know, like people were quite high up there, and I was a bit intimidated at first. I felt quite scared, but that's only natural. I mean, you can't really blame us for being a bit terrified and all these big council members and whatnot.
Excuse me,
But no, like, it's great. Priority One did such a good job with it. They let us have a voice. They let us share some opinions and actually be informed about some of the things going on in our local community that we wouldn't have known otherwise.